So, welcome to our very first show, Talk to Me, especially in English, so we can reach more people around the globe. Today, I have a very special guest, Catalina Soto. How are you, Catalina?
Good, Ian. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Good, great. And Catalina is from Chile. Catalina is 29 years old. And how long have you been here in Ireland now?
2 months and a half already.
And what are you looking for here in Dublin, in Ireland? What did you came to do here?
Well, I came here to try to improve my English, have a new experience of life living in a different country, and come to work and live the Dublin and Ireland experience.
That's great.
Yeah.
And with this experience comes something very important and something that a lot of people have questions about, which is accommodation. Right?
Yes.
And Catalina has been through some stage where she was looking for accommodation, so she has a vast experience to talk about this, and she'll give you some tips and talk about her experience, her own experience, and explain you what you should do, what you should avoid. So stick with us and enjoy the video. So Catalina, tell me, when you first came to Ireland, where did you stay at the beginning?
Well, at the beginning I stayed in a hostel for 1 week, and then I started to find an accommodation. So I found a temporary house with another student in the city center.
And tell me a little bit more, how was the difference and your experience in the hostel and in the accommodation?
Well, the hostel you have to share the room with many people, and then I decided to move to a house which I was sharing just with a few people. Yes, so much better because you have like a family feeling, like you share with the same people most of the time. In hostel is more like
a lot of different people going in and out, and you don't feel like home.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like a hostel.
Okay. And tell me, what are the other options that students can have once they arrive in Ireland?
Well, there are many options. Hostel are one option, but as well there are like 2 websites where you can find accommodation if you work there.
So you can work and exchange a place to just live.
Yeah.
Like the inhabitants is an exchange.
Yeah. Basically, it can be hostel where you can work in hostel like cleaning or helping in the staff. Yeah. Or also some houses like around the city, and you can work there and have accommodation.
Help the family. Like Airbnb or like
au pair as well, like taking care of kids.
Okay, that's very good. That's something interesting, so you can exchange or stay for work. That's very good. And there are other options as well, like you can stay with host families. You can pay, of course, instead of exchanging for work, you can actually pay the host families and stay with them, having the actual Irish experience. Not even Irish, in other countries as well. You can stay in the family house, you can share the life with them and the same like breakfast with them, dinner with them, so you have the full experience of the natives. You now were researching again for accommodation because you're leaving the old place.
Yeah.
What have you been through this time looking for accommodation in Dublin? A lot of people say it's very hard to find accommodation in Dublin because the number of students, the amount of students, is too big for the number of accommodations. So what can you say about this research? What have you been through, and tell us a little bit more about that.
Basically, there are like, I would say 2 ways to find accommodation. One of them is like through their website, like DAFT.com and rent.com. Probably there are many more. But also that the Facebook group, like
that's very good as well.
Dublin. Yeah. Most of them you have to contact the people and then talk about yourself a little bit, and you have to be very worried about scam because it's full of scam over there.
That's good too.
You have to like follow your feeling, you know, because sometimes people ask you for money before give you like a viewing of the room.
That's something important as well. We're going to give you some tips to what you should. That's actually my next question. What you should avoid when you're looking for accommodation? What you should avoid to do?
Well, first of all, you have to try to get the most information as possible by contact, like even if it's by WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger or email. And after that, try to arrange a viewing, and then go to the viewing. If you're a woman, it would be better if you go with a friend.
Exactly.
So that's more safe. And then always avoid to give money before have a viewing.
Yeah, and have also a contract or a key in hand, a key that you know that is actually for the apartment or the house, that you tried it on already. Because yes, some bad people saw the opportunity to make money of it. And some people were trying to do scams like this. They say they're away in the country. This happened to you as well?
It happens to me many times. Like people show you like very beautiful apartment and room and the details are
with
perfect.
Great price.
Yeah, great price in city center. And then where you are so excited for the place, they ask you and you ask for a viewing and they say I can't because I'm not in the country, so you have to decide by the pictures, and then I will send you the key after you send me money for deposit, which is pretty tricky because...
Yes, exactly. I know someone that lost 1,000 euros doing this, and she thought it was very safe. Anyway, most of these cases, it's not. I know some cases of that, in fact, the owner of the property are living away, but they have someone living in the property already. So you would have contact with these people. You can ask them if the landlord is trustful, if they know him or her. In that case, when you have people already in the apartment, when you actually view the apartment, it's 99% that it is true. That the actual,
exactly.
So it's not going to be a scam.
Yeah, most of the time when you are going to a viewing, probably they will have many viewings with another people, like a different appointment.
Yeah.
And you will be chosen at the end of the day or something like this.
Yeah. So they're going to give you a time, they're going to interview a lot of people. So what the owner of the property wants to know most of the times is if you have a job, if you can afford to pay the rent, how much do you get as a salary, if you have references from other jobs or from other landlords. Exactly. So sometimes if you're new in Ireland, it could be a little bit tricky to get a empty apartment for yourself because you'll need to provide a lot of that. But if you share, like it's your case now, you're sharing with people that were living in the apartment already, so it's a little bit different. How was for you to find this new apartment?
Well, actually my two experience here has been pretty nice. Like the first one was a temporary room for 2.5 months, and it was easy to get it. Like I was very lucky because it was nice people. And now I just today get my new room.
Very good.
2 Brazilian people.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, and they're so lovely. They even invite me to have a meal with them for the first day. So I'm so happy for that. And yeah, it was like we have a couple of interviews to meet each other, and then to prove that I'm a really responsible person. It's more like in the conversation you have the feeling exactly.
Yeah, it's more to see like if they're gonna have a good relationship with you, because you're gonna be living together for a while, like a family. You're gonna be sharing a house, so you need to kind of have this thing, the feeling, exactly. And she finally got a new accommodation, which is very exciting, in the place that she wanted, in the city center, in a price range that she was looking for. In fact, about price is the next subject, very important as well. The price in Ireland for accommodation, in Dublin, it's going high. So the price you found for your new accommodation, was that in your budget, or did you have to go out of your comfort zone to find this place?
Well, it was a bit out of my budget, but it was in a place where it was live like city center, my own room, with nice double bed. So yeah, it's kind of bit out of my budget, but you can find shared room as well, which is cheaper, or even a little bit far away from the city center, and it could be cheaper as well. But my decision was spend a little bit more and live.
Stay in the city center.
Yeah, stay in the city center in a double room.
Where you can walk as well to a lot of places. It wouldn't need transportation. Some of the places would be cheaper out of the city center, but in another hand, you would have to pay for the bus. So if you're a student, nowadays you would be paying around 80 euros per month for the bus. And if you are not a student, you would be paying maybe 100, around 100, So you need to think of, whenever you're looking for accommodation, you need to think in the city center, it's more expensive, but there is no transportation for you to go around, to go to school, maybe to go to work. But if you're living out of the city center, you can find better quality places with less people living in it, less people sharing the room with you, so more quality for cheaper. But on the other hand, you have to pay the transport. So you have to think for yourself, make the maths, put everything down in the paper and decide for yourself. If you're a girl, be careful with some kind of request that could be inconvenient, like for money to give you the place or even something else. So be careful, go with a friend if you're a girl. Not that it's dangerous out there, but just to prevent any funny guys or any funny bad situations. The options you have are hostel,
Yes.
student accommodation, host family.
Workaway and workpacker.com.
Exactly, and we're gonna put those links down in the video so you can check it out. And important thing as well is not to worry. If you're coming to Dublin, there are in fact a lot of students in the city, but there are a lot of places also. Maybe you won't find a place in the city center, you're gonna have to go out of the city center, but the city it's so small and you can do everything on the bus on 30 minutes travel. So don't worry if you have to take the bus, it's only €80 per month. It's not that expensive, I don't think, if you're a student. So don't worry, there are places for everybody to live. And Dublin is a very welcoming country, very nice place to come to live for a while. So you should try. And if you're a Spanish speaker and if you have any questions about how to come to Ireland, how to study in Ireland, how to work, you can contact Catalina. Her contact will be down the video as well. She speaks, of course, Spanish and she'll be able to help you with that. Or if you're a Portuguese speaker, you can contact me or anyone else here in Cupollilar and we will be happy to help you with your requests. Catalina, thank you very much for participating in the video. It was our first video and very exciting, and I really enjoyed our conversation. And I think those information are going to be very important because this is a subject that worries a lot of people.
Great, thank you so much for your invitation.
Thank you, and see you next time. Ciao.
Ciao.